It's Friday too. So good. I can't believe we've been doing this the whole week and like getting new people. I keep hearing about folks who are checking out our Instagram page for the first time. That is awesome. Hi everybody. Casual Friday for me. Friday's kind of like sort of a day off, mostly getting ready for the weekend, finishing touches on sermons and stuff. So I'm super glad to be able to do this with you today and engage scripture just for a moment. So we're waiting on people to join. Who is on there that you see?
I see Miranda. I see John Loftus.
Yes.
I see
Miranda
Joan
Loftus.
Coleman.
So good.
Mary Carey.
Loving it. Hey, I'm reading from my electronic version today because, like I told you guys this weekend, it doesn't matter what the mode is, it's all scripture. So I'm just on the Bible app, and this is what I read usually. For me, first thing in the morning is using the YouVersion Bible and just going through my reading plan. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. But before we start, wanted to share a quick story. It reminded me of the verse today. When one of my kids, I won't name which one, whenever they were younger, they used to get so frustrated about trying to do the monkey bars, like the hang and reach one to the next thing, because they weren't strong enough. And she would try. She just wasn't able to do it. And I finally convinced her to let me come and just like kind of hold her feet, just take a little bit of the weight off so that she didn't have to be quite as strong. And I remember the first time that she did, like made it all the way down the road, like I can still see that kid's face like light up with joy for being able to do it. And that reminds me of the passage that I was looking at this morning. It's in Nehemiah, and it's Nehemiah 8:10. It's a really short verse, but you've probably heard it before. It's the joy of the Lord is your strength. And actually the reason that he gets there is because, let me tell you a quick story. All the people are gathered around. Ezra and Nehemiah are reading the Bible for the first time to them in a long time. They had like lost it. And so people are hearing the law, like what God wanted, and they're having this really weird reaction, like two things at once, conviction and confusion. It says that they were trying to make it plain to them. And the more they heard it, the more that they felt like, ooh, we haven't lived up to this. And so the people are like wailing and weeping. And so Nehemiah steps up, and he's like such a good leader. And he goes, look, today is a day for celebration, because actually now you're getting it. So don't wail and weep and cry. Actually, the joy of the Lord is your strength. And I was thinking about, what does that actually mean? If you do a Google search like today, if you type in strong is the new, so many things come up. There's like such a cliche. Strong is the new skinny, the new pretty, the new beautiful, the new, just fill in your adjective right there. It's because we really have this preoccupation with strength, and that matters in the Christian life too. So like as we're trying to find strength, as we're trying to find how to make it through the day, Nehemiah says the joy of the Lord is our strength. How does that work? And I think it's this. Do you remember another verse in 2 Corinthians? 2 Corinthians 12:9 through 10. Paul says, I boast, or I am like actually rejoicing, there's our joy word, in my weakness. I keep messing things up. I can't do certain things. I can't get past this, but I rejoice in it because God's power is made perfect in it. It reminds me of this quote that one of my favorite people used to tell me. If dependence is the goal, which is the goal of the Christian life, depending more and more about it. If dependence is the goal, weakness is an advantage. Because every place we're weak, there's opportunity for God to show up, let his power get to work, and we get joy. Kind of like with me holding my daughter's legs up so she can do the monkey bars. Dependence is the goal, weakness is an advantage. So where do you feel weak today? Where do you feel like maybe you screwed up or don't have what it takes? Every one of those places is actually an opportunity for you to find strength, God's strength in you, which leads to joy. It's a pretty good trade. Your weakness for his strength equals all our joy and his glory. So maybe today, lean into your weakness. Allow him to do something in it, and find out that that's one place that you can boast. That's how you do it. A scripture a day, a little bit of an application to your life, and trust him with the results. It's been so much